that's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best star here.
And welcome back to the pregame show as we step inside Coach's Corner, being brought to you by BankOkolona, and talking with Coach Travis Macon. And Coach, anything you want to talk about last week?
There's a lot of things we could talk about last week.
All right, so coming off a big win, and I know we don't want to focus much on that because it's a new week this week, but two things that really stood out to me was when we talked last week, you talked about how the guys came in Sunday, owned that they did not play their best against East Central. Mm-hmm. They didn't talk the talk, they walked the walk, and they stepped up like they said they would for you against East Mississippi.
They did, and, you know, we did focus on that last week, mainly on the offensive side of the ball. It's finish, you know, and that's one thing we did do the other night. We ended up throwing for 300 yards passing and had almost 100 and some yards rushing. So it was a great night that we played, you know, on both sides of the ball. We played lights out.
Well, Coach, one thing people always talk about the game of football is it's always tough to come off an emotional loss. But one thing they don't talk about is how tough it is to come off an emotional win. You know, you're coming off that high of a victory. You know, you got a little extra confidence in you now. How have you guys tried to manage that this week?
I told them to enjoy the weekend, and when we got back Sunday, so the first thing we do is we tell them erase everything that happened because, you know, this is a new week. That team, they won a big ball game themselves, so we got to refocus and get ready for Mississippi Delta.
So it is Mississippi Delta week. Mother Nature is having another hand in this week, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But what can you tell us about Mississippi Delta?
They are a team that, you know, they play hard. You know, their quarterback, he runs around, he make plays with his legs. And if you come out of coverage, he'll throw the ball downfield. So, you know, we got to do a lot of eye discipline, you know, this week and make sure we don't let him beat us with his legs.
And defensively, what do they try to make you do, or what are they key on defense?
Defensively, they just play hard. They get in a 50 front. And, you know, those guys just bend, don't break defense. So, you know, just like last week, offensively, we just got to take care of the ball and do what we do. And, you know, everything else should take care of itself.
Coach, one thing that kind of went unsung, and it is an unsung position, is punting. And Carson Langford last week, man, what a great job he did. And one thing I've noticed on the stats, he's not allowing very many return yards this season. So just talk about the importance of special teams. He and Eli, obviously Eli coming in clutch with 2 game-winning field goals this year, but Carson has played huge for us as well.
He did. When we were struggling a little bit the other night, Carson kept flipping the field. So, you know, Carson is playing a very important role this year. He has a very strong leg, and he knows how to adjust the ball where we need it. So he did a really good job last week, and we're looking forward to him to continue to do what he's doing. He's being a leader on the special teams. With Eli, you know, he missed one early in the game, and he had his head down, and we said, hey, man, it might come down to you winning the ball game for us, and you know it did. You know, he was ready and he hit it right down the middle.
Yeah, ice in the veins of a freshman for sure in a big time situation. So, what's going to be your keys to victory tonight, Coach?
The biggest thing is take care of the football on the offensive side, and when we get inside the 30, same plan. We got to score. We got to come away with some points. On the defensive side, we got to get back to what we do. We gave up a couple of big plays last week, so we'll get back to what we do and play our style of defense and bring home the W.
Well, Coach, I know right now when we're pre-recording this interview, don't really know what the weather's doing. It's changing so much. Just talk about your preparations. Of course, we played East Central and rain as well, but just talk about your preparations for the week to get ready for what could be another sloppy ball game.
The biggest thing is taking care of the football. So we use a wet football and get the quarterback used to it, get the running backs and receivers defensively knocking the football out. So we'll do some things to help us, teaching them to take shorter steps. They can't take as bigger steps as they would if it was dry. So we're doing things to get ready for this game, and, you know, regardless of the situation, we'll be ready.
All right, Coach, any final thoughts before we cut you loose?
I want everybody to come on out and help support us. I know if it do rain, just come on out and support these guys, and let's bring home this W.
Be back more of the pregame show right after this.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.